Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Dinma, and today, guys, we took a bold step. Like, we did something different today, something really different. Can you see these rhinestones here on my eyes? Can you see these rhinestones? I have two of them on each eye. Like, guys, I am glad I decided to add the rhinestones. I am so glad I added them because it just took the makeup look from ordinary to extraordinary. Because I didn't even do a cut crease, it was like a cheap cut crease. So it took the makeup look from basic to the next level. Like, this is not your basic everyday kind of makeup look. This is not even your makeup look that you rock to a party. This is Dinma's makeup look. Also, I just want to mention to you guys that this video is not going to be a talk through video. I'm not going to be talking you guys through. Of course I will be, but it will be a voiceover. So the video is going to be mute itself, but I'm going to do a voiceover for you guys because right now my home is very noisy, and if I decide to do a talk through in the video, you guys are not going to hear all I'll be saying. Like, you won't hear a thing I'll say. That's why I'm going to record the audio later on after I'm done with the video. I'm going to find a quiet place and record it. So it's going to be a voice over. And if you want to see how I achieved this look, let's just go. Before we go, subscribe to my channel. You better subscribe to my channel because you don't want to miss what I have coming next. Like, I have so many fun and bomb ass makeup look coming. It's not only makeup look, I'm trying to do a collab. I have a surprise for you guys, so subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, because what I have coming next, we don't want to miss it. Trust me, we don't want to miss it. I'm going to bring a new face here on my channel, so you guys don't want to miss her because she is the bomb. You don't want to miss that. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so that you get notified when I upload a video and you get to be the first person to see who I'm bringing on my channel. Yeah, let's go to the tutorial, guys. Let's get this because I can't wait to show you guys how I created this look. Let's just go. Okay, so guys, for our eyeshadow base, I'm using the Elegant Pro Concealer in the shade Cool Tan. You can use an eyeshadow primer if you want, but I'm so used to using a concealer. So I'm using a concealer that is lighter than my skin tone, which is the Cool Tan. It's also my highlighting shade. So I'm just going to place that all over my eyelid, and I'm going to pat it in with a fluffy brush. So I don't set my base, guys. I leave it still wet and tacky so that the shadows I'm going to apply on my eyes will pop out more and it will stick quite well to the base. So okay, so now I'm going into the Morphe 35B palette, and I'm using that shade that's like a very washed out orange shade. I don't know if it's an orange shade or like it's an orange shade but like washed out. So I'm going to use that shade first. So what I'm basically doing is that I'm just packing the color all over my crease and I'm blending it out with a fluffy brush. This brush is from Sigma, so I'm just taking a darker orange shade and I'm going to place that also in my crease, blending both shades together. Also, I decided to add a duct tape to the side of my eye because I want that crisp and sharp edge when I'm done blending. I want a clean edge, so that's why I added a tape. And also the brush I'm using is an Urban Decay brush. This comes in their Naked palette. I think I got this one from the Naked. I have many of their Naked palettes. I think about 4 of these brushes or so. So it's just a regular brush that comes in their palette, but I really love the blending side, like the fluffy side. I really like to use that to blend my shadow. It's very good, guys, and I've been using this for like 2 to 3 years now, and it's my baby. I love the brush. I love it so much. And I don't know if you guys can see the color really well because I don't think it's showing up properly because my exposure was too much, guys. I think I messed with my camera settings and I didn't notice it until I have filmed about 2 to 3 clips in this video, so I didn't notice it. But when I did, I reset it and it turned out okay. So I'm sorry guys, you just have to bear with me, but then you see how the color comes out when I'm done. Since you guys cannot see the actual shade that I'm using from the palette because of my lighting, I'm going to place a picture of the palette itself on the corner of the video, in the corner of the video, so that you guys can see the colors I'll be going into. Okay, so now I'm going into the dark red shade from the palette, and I'm going to place that into my crease and also my outer V. And to do that, I'm using a Reed Techniques brush. This is a small detail crease brush, and that's what I'm using to place that red into my crease. And I'm really going to buff it in and make sure it is well blended. I don't know why my voice is raspy. It's a little bit okay. All right, I think it's better now. So I went into a shimmer shade. This is like is it a pink? It's like a light baby pink, or is it a pink or a rose gold? I don't know guys. I don't know. I'm not that good when it comes to describing colors. I am sorry, I'm not that good, but it's actually a shimmer shade, and I'm trying to go back into the palette to see if I can name the shade. I'm sorry. Okay guys, I've gone back to my palette to check and confirm. It's a light pink shade. It has a little bit of pink and a little bit of rose gold mixed with it. So that's what I'm going to use on my lid. It's a shimmer shade. So I wet my brush with just a setting spray, and I'm going to apply that with a packing brush. Basically, I'm doing something like a cheat cut crease. I'm not actually cutting my crease with a concealer, but I'm using the shimmer shade to create like a false cut crease. I don't know how to explain it, guys. It's not going to be super neat or anything, but it's just going to be like, I call it a cheat cut crease because it's not a cut crease in itself. So yeah. So I'm going back into the red shade and that same Reed Techniques brush because I want to blend out the ash line. You can see there's a demarcation between the shimmer shade and the red shade on the outer V. So to blend both colors together, make sure they are fused together so you don't see that ash line again. I drew a wing liner off camera. My bad. The lash I'm using is a lash from BB Link. It's a drugstore brand here in Nigeria. I'm going to apply this off camera and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. Lashes are on. I really love these lashes, guys. They're really fun and dramatic. Now we're going to leave the eyes for now and move on to our face. So for face, I'm using my favorite primer, which is the Elf Mineral Infused Face Primer. That's what I'll be using today. And for foundation, guys, I'm using the Maybelline Superstay in Truffle. So for concealer, I'm using the Elegant Pro Concealer in Cool Town, the same one we used for eyeshadow base. And I'm going to place this on the eye point of my face, which is under my eyes, the center of my nose, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, chin, and my forehead. To blend out our concealer, I'm using a damp beauty blender to do that. Whenever you want to blend your concealer, just make sure your beauty blender is not soaking wet, because if it is soaking wet, it's going to take away your product rather than blend it in. To set our concealer, I'm using the Sacha Buttercup, and I'm using a powder puff. Ever since I discovered this technique, I've been loving it. Normally, I use my beauty blender, the damp beauty blender, to set my face. But since I started using a powder puff, I find that my face, as in my skin, becomes flawless and it's almost like silk. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's so smooth and flawless whenever I use a powder puff. So I'm just going to set everywhere that I applied a concealer, which is under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, chin, and my forehead. I'm going to set all of that place to make sure that our concealer does not crease throughout the day and it does not move. To set the rest of my face, I'm using the MAC loose setting powder in Trax Velvet 02. This is actually my shade in powder. So I'm just going to use that to set the rest of my face. And now to bronze our face and also to contour at the same time, I'm using the face powder palette from LA Pride. Some days I just don't like to do a cream contour. Some days I like to do a cream contour. Somebody should get me food. Some days I don't like doing a cream contour and some days I like doing it. But today I decided not to use a cream contour. I think at this point I'm just going to resign and give up. To carve out my contour to make sure that it's more sculpted and sharp, but I'm not going crazy with the baking. I'm not going crazy, just I'm adding just a little bit of powder, and I don't want it to be too harsh and too sharp. I just want it to be a little bit more sculpted, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just using a little bit of powder to do that, and I'm not going to leave this to sit for too long. Okay, now I'm going to add the Elegant Pro Primer. This is in white. I'm going to use a liner brush from Real Techniques to apply that into my waterline. I've been loving the white color in my waterline recently. I used to love black waterlines. Like, you can't tell me nothing. Back in the day, I used to love black in my waterline. But I don't know. Recently, I've been loving white. So, and the Elegant Pro Primer has been my favorite because it lasts all day. It lasts all day. Like, it doesn't bleed throughout the day or smudge. It just remains there intact all day. I'm going to go into the red shade we applied, and I'm using like a flat detailer brush. I'm just going to use that brush and apply it right underneath my waterline, like really close to my lash line. You guys can see very, 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 very close, and I'm connecting it to the upper shadows, like the shadows on top. I'm connecting it. You guys can see it, so I'm connecting the top and the bottom together. Now I'm going into the second orange shade. We applied the real orange shade, so I'm just going to use that to blend out the red shade so it doesn't look too harsh, because right now it's just looking like a straight line. I don't want that, so I'm just going to use that orange shade to buff out the edges of the red. Okay, now I'm going into a gold shade. It's a true gold from the palette, like it's a champagne gold. Yeah, so I'm just going to apply that into my tear duct area. I'm going to place that there, a little bit of highlight, inner corner highlight. So I'm going to place that gold shade there. Oh my god, so I went off camera and applied some gems underneath my eyes. This is just a random rhinestone. I got this from the fabric store. So you can get these rhinestones from any fabric store. Just go there and tell them you need some rhinestones or gems. They'll give it to you. It comes in different sizes. So I picked this size in particular. You can see the one in my inner corner is a bit smaller compared to the one below my, as in my lower lash line. So the one in my lower lash line is kind of bigger compared to the one in my inner corner. So I picked both sizes and I really love them. So I just applied them with a lash glue, and that's it. Okay, now for highlight, I'm going into the Anastasia, the ABH glow kits, and I'm using the two top shades there. So I just apply the highlight to that point between my, I don't know what you call that. I don't know what you call that. If you do, just sound off in the comment section. But that point, like the bridge of my nose, the point between both eyes there. So I just applied highlight there and also the tip of my nose, and I call it a day. I like it like that. So I don't know, that day guys, when I was filming this video, I just kept dancing, like I was listening to music all throughout. For lips guys, I'm using a lip liner from MAC, that is in the shade chestnut, shade or color chestnut. So this is from MAC Cosmetics. I'm just going to line my lips. I don't overline my lips because I already have quite full lips. My lips are full, not too big, but I have full lips, so I'm happy with them. So I don't overline, I don't overdraw or anything. I just follow the natural line of my lip, and I fill out the sides of my lip so that when I apply a lipstick, it's going to blend into the lip liner well, and it's not going to be too harsh. So I fill out the sides of my lip, and when it comes to my top lip, I just follow the natural shape of my lip. That's all I do. I already have a natural cupid's bow, so I just follow the shape, and that's all. For lipstick, I'm using this one from Huda Beauty. I don't know what it's called guys, but it's from Huda Beauty. I'm trying to remember the name. I'm just going to leave the name in the description box. So Okay guys, this is the end of the makeup tutorial. We've come to the end of the video. I really loved how this look turned out. I love how it came out. I love the little rhinestones I applied to the eyeshadow look. I love the lip combo. I love the hair. Like, I love everything about this video, guys. Like, it's so freaking bomb. And can you see my highlights? Can you see that glow? I am so happy with this look, guys, and I just hope that you guys love and enjoy it just as much as I do. And thank you for watching today's video. Thank you for tuning in. Do not forget to leave a comment down below, like this video, share, and most importantly subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit that bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And that is it, guys. I will see you guys.